The Indians take on the Royals, 8:05 p.m. Eastern start time. The Indians are minus 165, totals 8.5, juice to the over. The Royals are plus 145 for some money line cash. And if you like Kansas City to cover the 1.5, they're minus $1.15 for some run line cash. We got Jake Junis for KC, Tristan Mckenzie for the Indians here. And I'm 3-0. My last three NBA tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. I'm also 8-1 in my last 9 NBA tier package plays in that same category as well. For more information on how you can access these premium sports picks, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, the Royals are in last place in the AL Central. Just 14 wins on the season. They're currently 8 games below 500 and have a win percentage of just .389. They're also 8 games behind Cleveland in the division. KC's lost 4 out of their last 6, including an embarrassing 10-1 blowout loss to Cleveland yesterday. They also rank in the bottom 3 in scoring on average per contest, top 10 in most walks allowed per game. Jake Junis has a 4.26 ERA and a 1.58 whip. The Royals have lost 2 out of their last 3 when Junis made the start. They're taking on a Cleveland squad who won 5 out of their last 7 and ranks in the top 3 in fewest runs allowed per contest. They're also in the top 3 in striking batters out, and they've cashed in on the run line in nearly 66% of their road games. Tristan Mckenzie is 1-0 with a 2.70 ERA and a .90 whip. Tristan struck out 13 batters in just 10 innings of work. And as a pitching staff, the Indians are in the top 3 in fewest hits allowed, top 3 in fewest walks allowed. Franmil Reyes leads the team in hits and RBI. He's batting .323 with 25 RBI on the season. Jorge Ramirez has hit 8 home runs for the Indians. And Carlos Santana is just 20 points shy of a .400 on-base percentage. Cleveland's winning almost 71% of their ball games when favored. When it comes to the total in this one, 70% of their road games stayed under the posted total. Meanwhile, the Royals on the other side saw 10 out of their last 15 at Kauffman Stadium stay under the line themselves, giving the Indians winning this one outright in the under 8.5 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Wednesday's MLB baseball action. Happy Wednesday to you. The weekend is right around the corner. We're halfway there. It is hump day. Now, before we go ahead and dive into some more free content right here on YouTube, I just have to quickly remind you once again that we are 3-0 in our last 3 NBA tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. We're also 8-1 in our last 9 NBA tier package plays on that site as well. If you want some more information on how you can join in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And moving on, we're going to take a look at the White Sox taking on the Twins at Target Field, 8:10 p.m. Eastern first pitch. The Twins are minus 165, totals 9.5 flat. The White Sox are plus 140 on the money line. And if you like Chicago to keep this one close, they're minus 143 catching the 1.5. We got Ronaldo Lopez for the Sox, Jose Barrios for the Twins. Now Barrios is 2-3 with a 4.75 ERA and a 1.47 whip. He's also walked 18 batters in 36 innings of work. The Twins have dropped 6 out of their last 7 and rank in the bottom 10 in the league in home scoring. They're taking on a White Sox team who won 12 out of their last 15, and they are currently tied with the Indians for first place in the AL Central. Chicago's winning nearly 70% of their games on the road this season, and they covered the run line in 12 out of those 16 road contests. Jose Abreu leads the club in hits, homers, and RBI. He smashed a dozen homers and knocked in 32. He's currently tied for second in the big leagues in runs batted in. Tim Anderson's also batting .345, which ranks 6th in the league. He also has an OBP of .385. Now, total-wise, 2 out of Chicago's last 3 ball games stayed under the number. Meanwhile, the Twins are currently 82% to the under at home this season, Give me the underdog White Sox plus 1.5 and the under 9.5 in that contest. Next matchup, it is going to be Rangers Astros, 8:10 p.m. East at Minute Maid Park. The Astros are minus 215, totals 8.5 juice to the over. The Rangers are plus $1.75 for an outright win. And if you like Texas to cover here, they're minus $1.20, catching the 1.5 on the run line. Colby Allard for the Rangers, Christian Javier for the Astros. Javier's 3-1 with a 3.77 ERA and a 1.03 WHIP. He's also struck out 31 batters in just 31 innings of work. The Astros have won 4 out of their last 6, and they rank in the top 5 in the league in scoring. They're also winning 70% of their games at Minute Maid Park, and they won their last 3 straight when Javier made the start. Carlos Correa leads the team in hits and batting average. He's hitting .292 on the season, while Kyle Tucker smashed 6 homers and knocked in 29. Alex Bregman currently leads the club in on-base percentage. It's .374. The Astros are winning 72% of their games when favored, and they rank in the top 5 in fewest hits allowed at home. They're taking on a Texas club who wins just 26% of their games on the road, and they find themselves already 8 games behind the Athletics in their division. They've lost 12 out of their last 15, and they rank in the bottom 3 in run production per contest. Now, Colby Allard's 0-3 on the season with a 6.50 ERA. He's also walked 10 batters in just 18 innings of work. He also has a WHIP of 1.56. Now, total-wise, 2 out of Colby's last 3 starts got over the posted total. 73% of their road games also got over the line. Meanwhile, the Astros on the other side saw 60% of their ball games at Minute Maid Park get over the number themselves. 4 out of Javier's last 5 starts also got over the line. Give me the Houston Astros minus 1.5 and the over 8.5 in that game. Next contest, Diamondbacks Dodgers, 9:40 p.m. East. The Dodgers are the $2.15 favorite, total 7.5 juice to the over. The D-backs are plus $1.50 for some money line cash. And if you like them on the run line, they're minus 120, catching the 1.5. Zach Gallen for the D-backs, Walker Buehler for Los Angeles. Now, Walker Buehler is currently 1-0 with a 1.04 WHIP and 28 strikeouts. The Dodgers have won their last 3 straight games where Buehler made the start. They're actually 4-1 on the season when he makes the first pitch. So keep that in mind. Very good success when Walker makes the start. Now, the Dodgers currently have the most wins in Major League Baseball with 27 of them. They're 17 games above 500 already, and they win 71% of their games at Dodger Stadium. They rank in the top 3 in run production per contest, top 3 in fewest runs allowed per game. Mookie Betts leads the team in hits, homers, and RBI. He smashed 11 homers on the season and knocked in 26. Corey Seager's batting .311 on the year, and Justin Turner's got an OBP 16 points shy of 400. LA's winning 73% of their games when favored. They've also cashed in on the run line in 62% of their contests for the entire season as well. They're taking on a D-back squad who just lost their 3rd straight last night, and they posted a record of just 1-11 in their last dozen. The D-backs are currently 8 games below 500, and they also find themselves in last place in the NL West. They're currently 12.5 games back of the Dodgers in the standings. Now, we are looking at an Arizona Diamondback team who ranks in the bottom 10 in hits per game on the road, bottom 3 in road scoring. Now, total-wise, 5 out of 7 Zach Gallen starts this season stayed under the total. 61% of Arizona's road games stayed under the line as well. Meanwhile, Los Angeles has gone 65% to the under at Dodger Stadium this year. 2 out of Walker Buehler's last 3 starts also stayed under the number as well. Give me the LA Dodgers minus 1.5 and the under 7.5 in that game. And with that, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Padres-Angels, 9:40 p.m. East. The Padres are minus 215 on the road here. Total's 9.5, juice to the under. The Angels are plus $1.80 on their home field. And if you like them to cover, they're plus $1.10, cashing in on the run line. Julio Tehran for the Angels, Dinelson Lamet for the Padres. Lamet's 2-1 with a 2.35 ERA and a .94 WHIP. He's also struck out 51 batters in just over 38 innings of work. The Padres have been victorious in 5 out of Dinelson's last 7 starts this season. San Diego is currently 11-3 straight up in their last 14 ball games, and they rank in the top 3 in the league in scoring on average per game. Fernando Tatis Jr. is hitting .313 with 13 homers and 33 RBI. He's also got an OBP 5 points shy of 400. Fernando currently leads the big leagues in home runs and RBI. The Pods are in the top 10 in hits on average per game, top 10 in striking batters out. Meanwhile, the Angels on the other side find themselves tied for the fewest wins in the American League. They're 12-24 on the season and 11 games behind the Athletics for first place in the division. The Los Angeles Angels here are winning just 38% of their games at home and just 27% of their games as the dog. LA's in the top 10 in most runs allowed per contest, bottom 10 in striking batters out. Julio Tehran's 0-2 on the season with a 9.17 ERA and a 1.70 WHIP. When it comes to the number in this one, all 4 of Tehran's starts on the season, no surprise, got over the posted total. The Angels also went 11-1 to the over in their last dozen against the National League. The Padres on the other side saw 5 out of their last 7 get over the line. Give me the Padres minus 1.5 and the over 9.5 in that game. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you decide to get a package today, just keep in mind we bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, happy Wednesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.